Today, maybe there's no physical release of GTA 6 because we are all already in the game. You can't have a physical release of itself within itself.
I think things do that all the time, don't they? Like that's just being meta.
Yeah, I suppose you probably could.
Are you gonna buy GTA 6?
Probably not.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, it might be interesting, but like
Maybe in a couple years when they discount it heavily or something.
I haven't played GTA since I haven't played 4 or 5, so.
Oh well, you're behind on the meta.
Yeah,
Right,
I mean,
yeah,
I won't know
so
the story.
You gotta.
I won't.
You
I'll have to
gotta
catch
up. Yeah.
I haven't played GTA 4, despite getting it for free. I got it bundled with. I think I got it bundled with my Xbox 360 or something.
Yeah.
Shows how old GTA 4 is.
Even the prices we showed off would have been $100 American.
Yeah.
So that's $130 at least Canadian.
Yep.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, not that I was looking at it anyway. It's mostly what I ever hear about it is, oh, it's been delayed again. Oh, we can't put our games next to it. It will be too shiny. And yeah.
They spent whatever $2 billion.
I think now the conversation I've seen is somebody should be not a coward and put their game out the same week.
I mean, that's what that's what I was saying before. I mean, I said I probably won't buy it anyway. But you know what? It's whatever the case, it's I'll make a pledge that even if I do buy it, I won't buy it opening in the first month.
Sure, that seems easy.
So that way, whether or not I buy your game has no basis on whether I'm going to buy GTA 6. So don't worry.
I mean, I'm okay if there's a whole couple months where I don't buy a video game. I know that sounds controversial in the capitalist society we live in, but I have a pile that I'm still kind of working through.
But it's difficult. There are so many deals right now. It's Steam Summerfest.
I know. Holy crap. I got an email this morning that was like, hey, 26 games on your list are on sale. And I'm like, is that my whole list? I can't remember. How big is my list?
It's the Steam Summerfest, and because Steam does it, then everybody else is like, well, if we're discounting our game on Steam, we might as well discount it on all the other platforms as well.
Yes, I have gotten also emails from the other things I have wish lists on to remind me that all those games are also on sale.
But
yeah.
Anyway, hey everybody, welcome to ChillPoint, show where we talk about this week's episode of ChillPoint as well as video game news. As the more astute amongst you may have noticed, Beej is not here today. Sadly, he is out of town, which is always, of course, more dangerous.
But we have placed his face somewhere on the screen. See if you can find it.
But yeah, when you don't know where Beej is, that's when he strikes.
I mean, that's when you have to be more wary of a Beej drop.
Yeah, he's just hiding somewhere, coming up with hot takes. And then when you least expect it, he will jump in and deliver those hot takes to you. So let's talk about...
they still did an episode of ChillPoint without him.
They did. Thanks very much to Nelson and Cameron and Graham for somehow soldiering on
Yep. Somehow still
without
continuing
any
to do their work.
Despite the fact that, as we may touch on later, there actually have been a fair number of Sonic's 30th anniversary.
I'm sure those will
35th
get
anniversary.
caught up on. I mean,
Yeah, we may have to do a roundup when Beach gets back.
might be fun.
But yeah, the first story is now, and I saw some people in the comments saying this, and it's true. So this first story is about Owlcat Games, who do have an adorable logo. It has to be said.
Well, I mean,
it is an owl cat.
It is an owl and a cat. It's pretty good animals to go with.
They launched this launcher. They were like, "Hey, everybody, check this out! We made a new launcher for our game, Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader, and not only that, you can also use it to launch other games by this, other Warhammer games, and it's going to have a bunch of like news about all the latest Warhammer gaming stuff going on."
Essentially, kind of a. What if you wanted to sign up for a newsletter without signing up for a newsletter?
Yeah. And they're like, "Isn't this great?" And people said, no, this is not great. Fans were not fans. Players, not only were they just not excited about the concept of a launcher in general, but this particular launcher apparently had some bugs in it in terms of sometimes not launching the game, which is like really like number one.
Well, I mean,
that you want from a launcher.
Not launching the game because it thinks the game is already running.
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense if the game was actually running.
Well, yeah.
And I'm sure that's probably popped up in other launchers as a problem here and there.
And then also, it has. That's part of the reason why people don't like launchers.
Yeah.
And then also it taking away, using resources while the game is running. In some cases, even if you haven't like turned it on.
Yeah.
Which is always a problem.
I mean, none of us like, what is it? I think Ubisoft has its own launcher.
There was
Sims under that too.
The EA had it.
EA
had its own. So there was a profusion of them,
whole,
and they've kind of narrowed down a little bit now. Like some of the launchers, some of the companies that had their own launchers have kind of scaled them back now because they realize that people hate them. Although you do end up with situations, in the PC ecosystem, because it is a very heterogeneous kind of thing. You've got your Steam, you got your Epic Game Store, you've got Ubisoft, the Ubisoft launcher, you've got different stuff. Of course, the solution to the problem of all these different launchers is, what if you had one launcher that, like another launcher that connected to all the other launchers?
I think it's just called a web browser, Paul.
So like people, there's a program called Play Night.
Okay.
Which is sort of a meta, or like a multi. It connects to Epic and Steam and GOG and all these other things, and puts all your whole collection into like one collection, so you can see everything.
So you can see all the things you have
without going to different places,
without accidentally buying another copy in the other storefront because you weren't looking at the right place. I keep spreadsheets for that, but that does sound pretty good. And
and as folks say, GOG Galaxy, which is the GOG launcher and so thing, also can bring in it's sort of an open source thing, so you can have like plugins and stuff so that it can do kind of the same thing. It can look at Epic stuff and other services. Of course, the problem with that though is that, so it's like, okay, now I want to play this game from the Epic store. So I open my, Play Night, and then I click on the game, and then of course the Play Night system then opens the Epic launcher, because it needs to be launched from. So the Play Night launcher opens the Epic launcher, and then the Epic launcher launches the game. And if the game itself also has a launcher, then now you're like 3 launchers deep. And those are all, depending on how they're written and how they're designed, sometimes those are all like running in the background while the game is also running. and that sometimes is not a good idea. So anyway, launchers have a mixed history. Turns out people were not a fan of this particular launcher. And, to their credit, and people in the comments said that, it's like, this is actually like a positive story. Because people were like, we don't like this. And so the very next day, in fact, they were like, hey, we heard you. You don't like this. We are rolling back this update. Sorry about that. Which is like pretty much the best you could hope for. They say, to be honest, like I hope that, I don't know. I have this vision in my mind that like, there's somebody or like a group at like Owlcat Games who was like super excited about this launcher. And they were like, oh man, it'll be great. We'll like design it and do all this stuff. And we'll add like all these cool features that everyone will really like. And we'll be able to put news in there and all this stuff. It'll be so fun. They've been working on it and they were like, yeah, here it is. And this got completely rejected by the community.
It happens. It happens where people are excited to do a thing and they don't maybe know why people don't like a thing, or they think they're going to make thing better. Yeah. And it'll be really exciting. And it's kind of sad when the reaction you get to a thing like that is not. But I'm glad they turned around and took it back. Maybe they'll try again later, though I doubt it.
The alternative would be is that, there was somebody or a group at the company who were like, this will be great. Let's do this launcher thing. And then other people at the company were like, people aren't going to like that. Like, well, we'll put it out and see what happens, or, whatever. Management was like, we need this for blah, blah, blah. And all the designers were like, oh, we'll do it, but I don't think people will like it. And then people didn't like it. And they're like, see? Anyway. Good job that Owlcat, made a mistake, walked it back, and was totally fine about it, which in this day and age is something that we can congratulate.
Such a low bar.
Look, we have to celebrate the good stuff.
I know. I just wish the good stuff was like up here and not down here.
Speaking of stuff that isn't good. Bungie, and by association, Destiny, which as Cameron wrote this story, this may be clear, but as Graham talked about in the after show, the notification of the extensive layoffs that are happening at Bungie only hit like right before we went on, like we were, or like the morning of like yesterday morning, I think is when it hit.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if we get those numbers up or we hear more details over the next week anyway, just because end of year for a lot of companies is June 30th. Yeah. So that's like, it's more normal, I guess, for some cuts to be happening here than January.
Yeah, and but and it's not like it was unexpected. We knew it was coming.
There were murmurs and all kinds of things.
And it's like they canceled their game, and they not only did they cancel the like Destiny 2 or end development on Destiny 2, but they also like very publicly said that they have nothing else, which is kind of a weird thing to say. Like they sort of said like, and now we have got some few things that we're looking to try out. And it's like, you guys really weren't like, you didn't have Marathon was all what you were going with, eh?
In the vein of other things that people have publicly said that are kind of not related to the story, but are very related to the story. There's that whole thing about the guy from Sony who said that live service games are
right. Yeah.
Very important to the Sony portfolio.
The old
is it the president of Sony in Japan or something?
Yeah, the old let's whatever it's the emphasize something that's really important to our company days or weeks after firing the people responsible for that.
Yeah, like I've definitely seen a lot of people who are like, I mean, it from the business sense of, hey, we're getting rid of this person, so we're going to get rid of the support staff that goes with that.
Right.
That makes sense because you probably wouldn't keep one for the other. Like, if we got rid of filming for some reason, we probably wouldn't keep editors around, right? Like, those jobs kind of go hand in hand. But just reading a lot of people, because I don't play a lot of Bungie games, but reading a lot of people talking about how Bungie was really good at making like the gunplay fun, or certain aspects really good, or like the story team, or like these things. And it's like, wow, you really got rid of the people that you feel like you could probably use in the projects that you're trying to lift off the ground.
Well, and it's also that like Sony keeps doing this where they keep sort of doubling down on live service stuff. Because they have this idea in their mind that that's going to be the ticket, right?
But shouldn't that like already be the ticket if it was going to be the ticket by now?
Yeah, and
Like we've had live service cams for quite a while at this point.
And like they and Sony in particular has been like incredibly either unlucky or unsuccessful, however you want to put it, with live service games in particular. Like they keep re-upping their commitment to live service games in the face of like Concord with Sony.
But while they also
right?
shut them down.
Yeah.
And upping their commitment is more of a, they say they're upping their commitment, aren't they?
Well, I guess we'll like
I don't know how we can tell how committed they are from a consumer side.
I mean, I guess
it's weird that you keep getting rid of your live services if you're so dedicated to them.
Well, and it's weird that you're so dedicated to them when you've been so unsuccessful with them, you know. And like not only like unsuccessful, but like very prominently, you know, like I say, Concord and I believe Kill the Justice League was also published by Sony. The Suicide Squad game.
Yeah.
Which was also a live service game that did not go the way they wanted it to go. And it's so like I assume that they're saying these, you know, that they're sort of recommitting to their stuff with the idea that it's like it looks good for investors and whatever. But it's like, why would people think that is a good move when it's been so unsuccessful? It's like, it's that like all we need is one, you know?
Well, I mean, I think all you can have, especially because it seems like what everyone who makes a live service game in that space wants. And when I say everyone, it's like C-suits and whatnot. It's they want all the money, so that game has to be the all-encompassing thing that everyone wants. But that means there can only be one.
It's the
right, like you can't have a bunch of them. If the goal is to get everything, then you only can have one.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, yeah, that's always been my thing with live service. I mean, we've talked about this before, but with live service games and stuff, is that it's, you know, a lot of the times, I mean, there's different types of live service games, obviously, but to a certain extent, it's kind of a zero-sum game. And especially if you're the worst thing, or the real trick is that even if you're successful, you're competing against yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like even, you know, Destiny, like Marathon took players from Destiny 2. like,
I mean, it's bound to.
yeah,
It's
but you know, but like when you but a single player game, you know, doesn't do that, right? Like, so it's like your new game doesn't with live service games, your new game has to be so good that you're you know, cannibalizing sales from your previous live service game and then also getting new people from some other place. Otherwise you're just spinning your wheels or whatever.
numbers have to look worse now more than ever, because like even like pre-pandemic, you kind of knew where you sat.
Right.
We had the pandemic where a lot of people were inside, so like Fortnite and free-to-play style games were great for hangouts and stuff for a lot of people, but like live service stuff, people would have had more time to be it and want to play games with their friends for. And then like we've had so much way too many stories about people seeming to think that number continues to go up even when
Yeah.
the lockdown stop.
But I mean, like, you know, we're like 4 years past that now, though. Like,
Yeah,
you think this would be enough time for people to like
but this is also, that means that
reconfigure their system and
if-
be like,
if
no, it's
everyone
not going to
thought
keep going up forever.
that live service games were the be all end all in 2020, then this should be about the time when a bunch of them are starting to come out.
I mean, hopefully your development cycle was a little better than 6 years, but
You say that, but there's a lot of games that go for 7 to 8 now,
it's true. It's true.
and they're not live service games.
But that's what I mean. That's, yeah. But like, anyway, yeah, you know, but nice, you know, with single player games, that's not, you know, for Sony takes, you know, even with Sony, whatever, Horizon Zero Dawn doesn't have to be like the sequel to Horizon or Horizon Forbidden West isn't stealing all the players away from Horizon Zero Dawn. It's just enough, like, people play it and enjoy it and then go on and play other stuff. It doesn't have to be like a perpetual thing.
No, but we're also thinking from the viewpoint of people who would be happy to have a couple extra $1,000 in their pocket a year, not whatever monstrous things of we don't understand money anymore.
Yeah. Anyway, and then also this story is also about how apparently in internal game jam kind of testing stuff, one of the ideas that was brought up on several occasions was a dating sim based on Destiny, which I think Cameron very eloquently put forward why that might not work so well. Apparently, now I'm gonna say I don't know anything about any of the characters in Destiny.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you also don't know.
No, I
anything.
can't refute or be
But-
even in support of anything he said in this story. I just don't know enough.
But I saw people in the comments. I saw actually people in the comments being like, you know, this is all very true. I also saw people in the comments being like, I don't play Destiny, but I would listen to. I would just want Cam to continue talking about characters and why they shouldn't be dated. But Warframe did it and it rocked. I mean, Warframe feels like, I mean, especially, you know, with some of the discourse or whatever that's come out of as Destiny 2 has been winding down. And, you know, there's a lot of stuff about Warframe as sort of a contrast because while they actually came out before it to a certain extent, they've been very open about Destiny having really influenced them a lot. And they have, you know, in a lot of similarities in terms of gameplay and target market and stuff. But they're a much different kind of company. I mean, they're a smaller company, a smaller kind of thing, but that enables them to do more kind of fun, interesting things, and it makes them able to succeed with their game in the sense of the game has been, very successful and everyone's enjoyed it, people playing it, without necessarily needing it to be a, 10 million people playing the game, which is very impressive.
Look, there is one thing that they cannot take away from you. Like, sure, they could not get a dating game for Destiny 2 made.
It's true.
Whoever it is in the company who was pitching it, who really wanted to do it and probably tried several times, they could not do it. But they can never take your fan fiction away.
It's true.
Go on the internet and you can even share it with people. And you'll probably find a lot of people who are really into it.
I mean, and I'm just saying, like, now we know there's a bunch of Bungie, artists, character designers, writers who are now looking for a project. So, if you've got a game studio
that would like to make some dating games, you might find some people who are into that.
Some people. Also, shout out to Foxmar from one of our wonderful mods, who also has, I believe he maintains a Tumblr of silly Destiny player names that he has encountered in game.
Fun.
Which was the source for a bunch of the names that pop up on the screen.
Oh, is that what you... Okay, I was wondering where those came from.
Graham collected those, but... All right. Next story is about the Steam Machine.
Yep.
Which...
Finally coming out.
Finally
got a price point.
More expensive than everyone was hoping. But everyone kind of knew that would happen. So
yeah, I think we were all kind of prepped for it to be more than what anyone would want.
It's, yeah.
I can't even tell if that's like a good price for it versus just making a computer anymore, because I haven't researched those kinds of prices in ages, but I know prices are higher for parts. So there's a whole sort of discourse that's happening around this that I've seen a lot of tech people talking about. Linus Tech Tips did a whole thing on it. Oh, okay.
And various other companies, various sort of tech places, obviously, because this is, big news, about the sort of value proposition of this Steam machine. Mm-hmm. And to be honest, in a lot of ways, it isn't great. Especially and depending on it, but a lot of it depends on what kind of angle you're coming at it from, right?
Okay, sure, that makes sense.
If you are a PC gamer who is used to kind of, building and setting up your own computer.
Which means you already probably have one.
Well, even if you don't have one already, there's no denying that, especially if you're a little, you can definitely get a computer for a lot cheaper.
Okay.
With better specs.
Sure.
Now, depending on what things you want to compromise on, that depends, right? If you don't care about it being small, like if you want to get, if you're okay with the computer being bigger, you can get it cheaper. If you're okay with it being louder, you can get it cheaper. Like there's various decisions were made for the Steam Deck that make it more expensive. That one of the nice things about PC being a sort of a component thing is you can make other trade-offs yourself. Mm-hmm. And so you can make a computer that is, more powerful and more upgradable for cheaper. But you might have to have some trade-offs. It might be bigger, might be louder. It might not have all the same, quite all the same components. The Steam Deck has got a bunch of fun integration stuff, like cool integration stuff. It's got a special antenna just for the Steam controller. Like it's got Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, and then like another antenna that's just for the Steam controller. It's got some special. It's got the HDMI CIC, I think it's called, which is basically it's the thing that makes it so that like your Switch can turn on your TV.
Oh, okay.
Normally, basically no PCs can do that. Like if you hook a PC up to a TV with an HDMI cable, the PC can't turn the TV on.
Right. Okay.
The Steam Deck can.
I didn't realize there was a special thing for that.
Yeah, it's a special control system. It's a control protocol that HDMI has. The Steam Deck, they actually have a custom motherboard that they added that they put that functionality onto the motherboard, which is pretty cool. Again, it's not a deal breaker, turning on your TV with a button and then turning it.
But it's nice.
But it's nice.
It's a nice to have thing, and I know it's a nice to have thing because that was one of the complaints about like keeping your Switch 1 Pro controller onto your Switch 2, right? You had to get the Switch 2 controller if you wanted it to turn the Switch 2 on.
CEC rather than CIC. But anyway, so yeah, it's kind of like, it's sort of what you would expect. Like it's more expensive than you would otherwise get, but it has some features that are nice, especially like if you're looking for kind of a console-y experience. That's basically what it's going for.
Yeah, I mentioned there's as well people who might want just a small box that is by their TV.
Exactly.
That's not their computer
it's sort
set
of a
up in another
turnkey
room.
solution. Now, one of the wild pieces of discourse I've seen about it is that people are mad that it's expensive, obviously, or disappointed.
Sure.
And they're mad that it's not subsidized. So like that they're not
by the company.
But that Valve is not subsidizing it. They're not either selling it at a loss or selling it at cost or whatever. Like a lot of the console manufacturers used to. I don't know if console manufacturers do that anymore. But that used to be the way things went.
I think Nintendo specifically has always tried to sell at a slight profit for their stuff, but sure. Okay. I mean, you're allowed to be upset as long as you're not being stupid about it.
And where you get the stupid about it part
Dang
is
it, internet.
Well, it's the one of the amazing things I saw, one of the amazing takes I saw was that, because part of the reason, not the only reason, but one of the reasons why they're not subsidizing it is because it is a computer, like it is a PC. It's not locked down. It comes with SteamOS, but there's no reason why you can't just install anything on. Like you can install any OS.
How the Steam Deck lets me, I can install other stuff on it.
You can install Windows on it. You can install anything on it. So
install Windows on it.
But what that means is that you're not, like, if they sold it at a loss with the idea that they're going to make up the money in people buying stuff on the Steam store, and then people just buy them and use them as regular computers and don't actually play games on them, that's obviously not good for them. And so I've seen some people being like, it's bad that Valve isn't locking it down. That Valve should have locked it down to the Steam store so that then they could subsidize it. Which is such a weirdly backwards way of looking at it.
People would just jailbreak it. Like, and I'm sure they know that. One of the other, obviously the other criticism of it in terms of the specs and stuff for the price is that it's not the most high powered thing. It's about equivalent to a PlayStation 5. That seems plenty to me.
Yeah, but it is more expensive than a PlayStation 5.
Yeah, I guess I suppose it is. And
in comparison to, a gaming computer, like a modern gaming computer, now a modern gaming computer would probably be more expensive, but, it doesn't have the most powerful graphics cards and stuff in it, or graphics chipsets and things. And what I find interesting, and they've also they've talked it up as, when they were first marketing it, talked it up as a 4K gaming rig.
Okay.
And some tests indicate that that might be a little optimistic. You know, it's the like PlayStation versus PlayStation Pro thing where like the PlayStation Pro, yeah, 4K, no problem. PlayStation 4K, like sometimes if you're okay with 30 frames a second. And,
Oh, okay,
and
sure.
if you're okay with like the AI frame gen, like dynamic resolution stuff, and you know, if you're willing to make some compromises, maybe you can do 4K. And so people were a little disappointed with that. One of the things I find kind of interesting that might come out of the Steam machine is, and in some ways this has happened with the Steam Deck as well, is that there is this advantage to having such a one device that gets a lot of exposure or a lot of market penetration in the PC world. You know, PC world is so divided into different things, and everybody has different capabilities, and everybody has different things. So one of the big things with the Steam Deck was that it was kind of a one thing that everybody could be like, okay, I can take this and I can optimize my game to run on this thing. And in fact, you know, Steam has a little like thing like optimized or plays well on the Steam Deck.
Yeah. And I think they've worked most of the kinks out of that now, so that when it says that, it's true.
Yeah. And so, you know, games that you might not think could run on the Steam Deck based on like what the hardware is in the Steam Deck can actually run pretty well because companies spend a lot of effort optimizing for it, which is neat. And as somebody who has a PC that is pretty old at this point and upgrading, you know, starts looking not so good as, you know, these hopefully prices get whatever, but you know, the idea that the Steam machine is going to be coming out and being kind of, you know, the sort of very sort of middle of the road kind of computer, and that's what, and ideally it's going to be such a you know, it's going to be popular enough that it's something that it's worthwhile for game companies to optimize for. That I could see having kind of a knock-on effect that like companies will be might be more willing to, you know, compromise on like not forcing you to have whatever the latest graphics card to make it run okay, which has sometimes been a problem with AAA titles and stuff, where it's like
It's usually on that end of things.
yeah, you got to have, you know, at least a 4080 or better or whatever. Otherwise, this thing will run badly. But if, you know, there's a ton of people out there who all have this kind of middle of the road box, then there's a lot of incentive to optimize your title for that. And that means that it might also run on my computer, which has an even worse graphics card than the Steam machine.
You're looking for the knock-on effect. Gotcha.
Exactly. So anyway,
Yeah. I mean, if it's, I always thought of it as like it would be really nice for a stream setup where you don't want to have two different computers trying to run off of
a dual streamer setup, it would be pretty good for.
Yeah, because like I only have the one computer at home, so every time I do a Steam game, sometimes when I come off the window to go do something else, the sound cuts out, or it pauses weird, or it does a thing.
Especially, and especially like when you're streaming, you're by and large doing 1080p. So I'm sure, so the graphics are probably like totally fine for what you.
It is why I like to stream off of consoles.
So anyway, we'll see what happens with it. But people, and I mean, a lot of people were throwing around a video like I mean, like I said, Linus Tech Tips did a video being like, hey, you know, we can make here's like a cheaper version of the Steam Deck. And a lot of people kind of looked at that headline and and did all the sort of grumbly about like, well, but it's big and loud and blah de blah, and this is not a good comparison. Which I quite like Linus Tech Tips. If you watch the video, they say that right in the video. They're like, hey, you might, if you are willing to make different compromises, you can make a cool computer like this. Like they are presenting it as,
I mean,
these are the cool things that the Steam Deck can do. If those aren't important to you, you can have, if gaming performance is really what you want, price per, frame, you can get it cheaper.
Yeah. I mean, these things always boil down to what are the pros and cons for you? Like, does it work for you at all? I will say I probably won't hear someone say, oh, this game is going to cost me $2,000 because I have to buy a Steam machine and game, which I hear all the time when it comes to consoles. It's like, oh,
that's true.
This game's actually $700. And I'm like,
the
okay,
exclusives.
I understand why you're putting that together, but at the same time, it's not really, like, I get the argument, but it drives me a little batty.
And the flexibility of the PC thing, I mean, that's what a lot of PC gamers enjoy, right? Like, for instance, of course, I have a Switch. I really like the Switch. I have a Switch 2. I really like it. I have literally played it undocked like 3 times. I just don't like playing it undocked. It would be nice if I could get one that I didn't have to pay for all the screen.
Oh, sure. And I don't think that would be a bad thing.
Yeah.
The only reason I play more docked is because I stream. So if I had more time, I would actually be playing undocked more often. I find it very ergonomically uncomfortable to hold it. I'm so mad that the Switch 2 Joy-Cons are that little bit bigger. They're just actually uncomfortable for my hands now.
I like playing on TV.
Yeah, and that's fair.
Yeah.
I like to hide in a hammock, which I actually do have a hammock at home.
You have a hiding hammock?
And I hide it inside of it, and I play my video games, or I read my books.
And that's great,
or
too.
I sleep.
Or do all of those things.
Yeah. I went, when we first got the Switch, the hairdresser I was seeing at the time was a big Zelda fan, so I brought it in when I was getting like my hair dyed, and I set it up and played it so we could talk about it, and it was great because I had the Joy-Cons underneath the little cover thing moving around doing this thing.
You don't want your hairdresser to be like distracted while she's doing stuff.
When your hair's getting colored, you're just waiting along for quite a while for like bleach and stuff to work its way out. But
that's awesome.
I didn't have any rooftop party things happening, but I did that occasionally.
You didn't like pass her the other controller and multiplayer?
If we'd had snipper clips at the time, that might have been funny.
And I love that video, like that original Switch marketing video, like the rooftop party thing. Because like even in the like Switch marketing video, the like multiple adult players playing on the half Joy-Cons looks stupid. Like it looks uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it sideways.
Yeah.
But
anyway, let's move on.
Yeah, we had a fourth story, didn't we?
We did. In fact, it's Grand Theft Auto, which is actually a very similar story, to be honest, as the Steam machine, as in it's coming out and it's more expensive than people were hoping.
I do think it's a real weird thing to have stores show up in game that you can't access.
To be fair to GTA 6, which is a weird thing to say, is definitely not the first time I've seen this, but yeah, DLC or the one that I hate is like DLC that's in the game but you can't access because you haven't bought it or whatever.
Yeah. They've put like a little inaccessible thing going on there.
Yeah, and like Batman Arkham City, there was just like a chunk of the city that was like there and you could see it and you could, but if you tried to go over there, it was like, nope, you haven't unlocked that area.
Yeah, actually, I think that's probably what's gotten me in the odd game is when you see a thing, you're like, cool, and you go and you try to access it, and the game pops up like a store for you to buy the thing.
Yeah, for one, like not only is it like bad user experience, but it also just like so sort of immersion breaking because it like usually would make the other one that I hate was or the other one was really bad. It was Darksiders. I think the first Darksiders, there was a DLC thing that added like sort of epic hunts. I guess there were like epic monsters around. But the thing is, if you didn't have that DLC, the monsters were still there, but they were invisible. Like they did this thing where like the monster would be there and like running around, but he'd be mostly invisible. Like it wasn't even like a wireframe. It would be almost just like a point, like almost like a point cloud of the monster. Like it would be just like a little like shimmer.
Oh, kind of like how in cartoons, so you can see the invisible person, you can kind of see like an outline kind of thing.
Yeah.
Hi.
Sorry, I got it.
Go ahead.
I'll go quick, I promise.
Hey James, what do you think about GTA 6?
I don't care.
He doesn't care.
Not even a little bit.
Oh, not even a little bit. What do you care about?
Minecraft!
He cares about Minecraft still.
Ah,
Hey, we played Mecha Chameleon last night, and we did it with a Minecraft map.
I know, I saw.
It was fun. We were all very.
My hot take is Minecraft has the same problem Magic does. It's in a constant state of hype. It sucks. Boo!
All right, so.
wait,
Wait,
more
wait,
more
wait,
hot
hold on,
takes.
hold on, hold
More
on,
hot
hold on.
takes.
Can I be asked about what I care about?
What do you care about?
My book. Thanks, bye.
Okay. How about you, Graham? What do you care about?
I care about all of you. Also, like, I was maybe going to play GTA 6, but I don't know when I'd have time, so I don't really care.
Don't you still have to finish Elden Ring?
All right.
No, I beat that.
Oh.
That's like the only FromSoft game I've ever beaten.
All right. So far, we're at one person in the office might play GTA 6.
Probably not, though, based on time.
Yeah.
But yes, anyway, the big scary monsters were invisible, but they would still be like there. And I spent so long, like I like tracked this thing down, like I tracked this big monster.
Oh, no.
I like followed this thing around because I didn't know that it was DLC.
Right, but you could see a weird
I
thing.
was like, there's something going on, and it would leave like footprints and stuff too.
No. Oh
and like
my goodness.
and like proofs of dust and stuff as I walked around. And so I was like, there's something with this. What is going on?
That's really.
And
Oh.
then I find out that it's a DLC thing.
You
can't
got gaslit by
you can't-
DLC
You can't interact
that
with
you
me.
didn't own.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
I mean, on the plus side, it didn't pop up like you need to buy a thing to get this. It just didn't tell me what
You just didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really weird. I know I've seen some complaints on a game or two where I've been looking at for like multiplayer, where there'll be people who are like, you can't play if you buy the DLC for this game in order to play multiplayer with your friends, they also have to have bought the DLC. And it's not like you're playing the DLC together thing. It's like, no, the game's just not.
Now we've actually like
Yeah.
diverged. Yeah. That's bad.
That's pretty bad.
I've been playing a little bit of a game called Shapes 2. It's like a factory optimized. It's like
Okay.
a factory building kind of thing. It's super fun, but there's the game. There's two versions of the game. There's like the game that you just buy, and then they call it like the founders. It was like when they were in early access, they had like a special thing to support. And then now that it's out, it's like an extra couple bucks to get like the special edition. The only difference is that you know, it's one of these games where you have like conveyor belts and trains moving resources around and
Yeah,
stuff. And if you get the fancy one, your trains will have like loop de loops and stuff. And you're not like, that's it. Like it's just silly cosmetic stuff, which I appreciate. Like I think that's fun. And there's like I think a different soundtrack or something.
Yeah, like I've seen enough enough like little indie games that'll have like supporter packs and stuff that you can buy as DLC, and
Yeah.
they range from not having anything because they're just throw us a couple of extra dollars to you can have this shiny hat.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm fine with cosmetic
and that's
stuff.
kind of neat.
But anyway,
I just don't like it when it interferes with the gameplay, right? The aspect of, I mean, I'm not hot on a whole ton of cosmetic microtransaction stuff either.
because that's the thing, right?
But at the very least, I don't want to be playing the game and have it constantly reminding me that I should be buying DLC or
Right.
or paying extra money when I'm just trying to play the game.
Because, like, I don't know if they've said all that's going to be available, but, like, there's 100% going to also be DLC and cosmetics and
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and microtransactions in GTA 6 that are, like, separate from... And there's a battle... Like, there's already, like... They've talked... They're in the like, when you... the thing that's, like, what you get when you buy the Ultimate Premium version. It's, like, you also get 6 months of GTA Plus.
Right, because
It's like
there's
a
going to be
battle
like
pass
a
thing.
battle pass subscription style thing. It is weirdly a game I wouldn't mind
1 month.
seeing
Right, 1 month.
do terrible, given all of the things that
I
they want to drain money out of people with.
You know,
but
I don't want, I don't want them to fail, and there's a lot of good people working for them, blah, 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 but it would be very funny.
I mean, I want it to fail. I just don't want the other consequences of it failing to happen.
Yeah.
And that's not like I'm going to go out of my way and I hope it fails. More of just it could, and that would be funny in its own way. But yeah, I'd like to not have the negative consequences that would probably come about with that. They probably also wouldn't learn what I want them to learn out of it either. So
No, they would not.
you got anything happier, or at least neutral?
Half-Life 2 running in your web browser.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I never played a Half-Life game.
It's neutral.
Oh, all right.
Half-Life 2, like, it's a solid game. Now, although it does open up the question that Graham posed in the after show, which is talking about games that you have repeatedly started.
Oh, there were so many good responses about that in the comments.
Yeah, yeah. Now, a lot of people put down games that they have replayed over and over again, which is a slightly different thing.
Yeah,
Games that you have continually started but never actually finished.
yeah, and you know what? Baldur's Gate 3 is very high on that list because
really?
that's I know so many people who just want to play Act 1 over and over again.
I mean, as somebody who, back in the day, I didn't have a console at home. And so I would go over to play games at friends' houses. And I definitely played like the first section of like Final Fantasy VI, like the Magitech armor part when you're going in and Terra and all that stuff. I definitely played that a lot because you play it for like an hour or two over your friend's house and then you go home.
I've played, I think my most replayed, and I haven't finished this game ever because I have not figured out how to play it in a way where I'm successful, and I refuse to look up a walkthrough. But we rented it a lot because I really liked it. I've replayed Ogre Battle 64 probably about 20 different times for the first third of the game.
Wow.
I like the way they look. They look like little bean people. And I like the opening where a bunch of the little foot soldiers come in and break up a block to make the N64 logo.
That's one of those ones that's like ridiculously expensive now, isn't it? It's like
mean,
a super rare N64
all
card.
games are, but yes, I do own one.
But even now that you own it, you haven't actually played through it. Eh?
Nope. And I bought it again on the Wii eShop, I think, because I believe it's on our Wii U, and I've played it a couple times there.
But again, not.
No, I'm really.
You just like the first bit of it.
Well, I get to the part where the ogres actually show up, and they just slaughter my whole party, and that requires me doing more tactics stuff that I'm not going to do because I'm just like, but I like this character. That character
Nobody
sucks.
said
They don't get anything.
Nobody said there'd be ogres in this game.
Yeah, they're very smashy. Oh, and the cockatrices, the weird
Well, the cockatrices. are
roosters that like turn you to stone, and
Yeah.
sometimes you don't have
nasty. Those guys are dicks.
stuff. And if you don't go to the church and revive your guy when you're on the map before the mission's over, they're just dead now.
Wow. Isn't there a new? There was
Unicorn Overlord, yeah, it's very good.
is a new.
It's not an ogre battle game, but it's basically an ogre battle
So
game.
it's a similar thing.
It's similar. It's similar in all the right ways.
Nice.
I also haven't finished playing that, but that's
There's a greater chance of you finishing it.
yes. I'm really bad at tactics games in the sense of I don't take the time to look at the tactics I should be employing.
That's fair.
And yeah, that's why in Fire Emblem I always accidentally get the Pegasus Rider way too close to the Archer. And then, yeah.
Yeah. I find with those kind of games that, yeah, like I like those kind of games up to a certain point, and then once it starts getting, too hard, I'm like, yeah, I'm not having fun anymore.
I mean, I was playing Digimon Survive, which is way more graphic visual novel than tactics game, but it does have a bunch of tactics game stuff in the middle of it. I don't actually recommend playing this game. You can watch my playthrough of it and understand why. But they have a similar weapons triangle thing of like typing of virus versus data versus
Right.
vaccine, and that's actually spelt out in a way that makes sense in my brain, so I remember a bit better. But there was like a point where I was like, oh right, I should probably pay attention to not sending the one that's bad at that character instead of just picking my favorites. All right.
Alrighty. Well, let's look at a couple of some stories that didn't make anything, including, as I mentioned, a couple of Sonics. So 2 days ago
Was the fifth
What
anniversary of Sonic's 30th anniversary?
yeah, was the official day of Sonic's 5th birthday.
Ah. What
As
did they do for his birthday?
His 30th plus 5 birthday. And they've been doing, did a whole bunch, they've been doing a bunch of cool things.
And I hope if any of you out there who have friends who are over 30 or turning any age, that you refer to their birthdays as 30th plus whatever, even if they don't care, just for fun.
It's your 30th plus 5 birthday. So they are coming out with two Sonic collections they're coming out with.
Oh, okay.
The classic Sonic collection,
What's a classic Sonic?
which is Sonic Origins, Sonic Mania, and Sonic Superstars.
Oh. Okay.
And then there is the modern Sonic collection, which consists of Sonic Frontiers, Sonic Colors Ultimate, and Sonic Forces.
Was Forces the one where I got to make myself a furry?
I don't know. To be honest, I don't know what any of these ones are. I feel like
Well, Frontiers is that new, newer open world one
Yeah.
that had a demo that I've been meaning to play. It was the free one. Then that one was bad. I did play that one. I got that one for free. The best part was making myself a furry, and then the rest of it, honestly, I didn't think was very good. And I think you said Colors.
Yes.
I think I
Frontiers,
played...
Colors, Ultimate, and Forces.
Yeah, I think because Colors Ultimate, I think is the later version they made. I think I played a version of Colors that was early on, and that one seemed okay.
Sonic Forces, Maricats is the one where you make your own avatar.
Yeah.
Also, weirdly, so the modern Sonic collection is Sonic Frontiers, Sonic Colors Ultimate, and Sonic Forces. Weirdly, they also have they actually just like shadow dropped it this week, a definitive edition of Sonic Frontiers.
Yes,
That
I
has
do
a bunch-
remember seeing that.
Has a bunch of extra stuff in it. The version in the modern Sonic collection is not the definitive version, which is just super annoying.
That's a little weird. That's a little annoying.
Yeah.
I don't know if Frontier is good or not because I haven't played it. It seemed interesting.
I feel like it was one of those ones that people were like, it's actually surprisingly good. Although now that I will say the headline in Nintendo Life magazine for the review is Sonic Frontiers Definitive Edition. Fans deserve better than this.
Oh, no.
So,
I mean, that could just be a commentary on definitive editions not as good as it could be or should be. But
anyway, there's got to be like at least one okay Sonic game in these collections. There's got to be, right? Right?
I think Mania was considered okay, but I don't think I've played any from the classics in that one, so I can't.
I think
really
these
verify
are
on that.
classics because these are like 2D style ones, like side scroller style ones.
Ah.
But anyway, also, if that wasn't enough Sonic games for you,
It's not. Paul, what more could I have?
well, let me tell you, Sonic is re-releasing the original Sonic the Hedgehog Genesis and Mega Drive game and the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 Genesis and Mega Drive game as actual Genesis and Mega Drive cart. I Am 8-Bit is doing it. They are...
I never kept any of my Genesis carts.
They're
think-
pretty.
I think
They're pretty
I-
swank.
think
They're
I got-
like
I think,
transparent plastic.
I think those are pretty fancy.
They're also
I do like the
100.
2-1.
They're also $100 each.
Oh, I'm not buying these. That would be silly. But I do have a soft spot for Sonic 2 cover art because that would have been my first Genesis game.
This one here.
Yeah. Sonic 2, Sonic and Knuckles, and Rystar
Oh,
were my like these are the games I always want to play, Genesis games.
I had Rystar and on my Game Gear. And it was pretty solid. I like that one. Then again, that was also like it was in that like, I have 3 games for this, so I'm going to play them a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's possible they weren't the best games.
We had a couple others.
that was
I
all
just
we
don't-
had.
Don't really remember. I did rent Sonic Spinball quite a bit and never beat that because we couldn't finish it. The problem with this was also the one of the problems with why I had to start Ogre Battle 64 over all the time. So by the time you get to rent it again, that save file that you
Of course,
did have
yeah.
doesn't exist anymore.
And more Sonic news.
More.
There's this so Sonic Chaos Hunt.
Like we're hunting Chaos Emeralds or just Chaos? Because
Chaos Emeralds. So this appears to be like an ARG, like a real life thing.
is this an elaborate jewel heist?
Possibly. There's actually like a video from the from the head of Sega, like as a newscaster. Sonic's creative officer, that's it.
Ah.
Breaking news.
I like that they have the palm trees. That's fun. Okay, so yeah, the Chaos Emeralds, got it.
So they seem to be actually like, this actually is like a real thing, or like, but
Chaos Emeralds and Master Emerald at large. Wow, you don't really hear people talk about the Master Emerald that
They're-
often. Isn't-
scattering across the U.S.
Oh. I see.
Without all 7, Club Chaos cannot be opened.
Wait, what?
Who knows what Eggman will do if he gets a hold of them?
What's Club Chaos?
I don't know. It won't open if we can't find it.
Do we want it to be open?
Sonic. Yeah, I did like that like the clips they did were like clips, just like old clips from the video games.
I mean, you have them. If they work, why not?
Sonic's 30th anniversary celebration at Club Chaos can't be opened without you. Join the Sonic Squad, find all the emeralds before Dr. Eggman, and power the party. The Master Emerald has been spotted over LA. We're tracking its location.
Okay.
So one of the aspects of this, so we're currently still missing 8 emeralds.
So we haven't found anything.
No, we haven't found anything yet. One of the aspects of this that people have raised eyebrows about
Okay.
is there's a whole thing about that they may use the data for like AI training purposes, which is people are like, wait, what? But why?
Yeah, actually. Isn't an ARG usually just like you go, it's just a scavenger hunt most of the time, right? Like,
Yeah. By using these services, you acknowledge and consent to our collection, use, and processing of your information, content, and communication for improvement and development of training of our artificial intelligence models and tools, providing services to you.
you know, what this kind of screams of is those contests you see that are like, ooh, design us this thing, and if you win, we'll make it and we'll sell it and we'll own it. But we'll let you have one that we manufacture. And this is just like, hey, come have fun in this thing. Also, we're definitely going to train everything off of what you're doing.
You know who really likes making AI tools?
Google.
Dr. Eggman. He makes robots. That's like his whole thing.
He turns forest creatures into robots. He roboticizes them.
Yeah. You think he doesn't use AI tools to do that?
I don't know that he needs to.
That's true. Maybe if we save all the Chaos Emeralds, they'll let the adorable forest critters out of the robots.
So that they can go clubbing at Club Chaos.
Yeah. They should definitely have, like, if they haven't done it already for something that's as a promotional thing, just have like a, build like a model like robot body thing, like of one of the, one of the Sega or the Sonic guys, like the little guy that like moves around and stuff, and like inside it's got like, have like baby chicks or something, have like a nice little nest inside for them.
I mean, it depends on what source you look at. I think in the games, if you bop on, at least the really old ones, if you bop on the robots, I think you could see like a creature.
Yeah, a
like,
little
fly
creature
off.
comes out.
So it's like,
And then at the very end,
clearly they were encased in a shell. But if you watch the Saturday AM cartoon, especially with like Uncle Chuck, you know that those people got turned into robots. Well, and the bunny girl, because she was like half robot.
right.
So it's, more permanent.
Not good. Not good.
Unless you watched one of the other cartoons. Yeah, I'm not really sure that they made. I can't remember the name of the chicken robot and the weird drill robot in the other cartoon. Those probably weren't necessarily creatures, at least not the drill one. I don't think they really went into a lot of lore in that cartoon. It really seemed like it was a lot of fart jokes. I remember not being as impressed with it.
That was the silly cartoon.
Yeah, that was the afternoon one, and I didn't enjoy it as much as the Saturday morning one.
Hey, it's somebody else's 30th anniversary.
Is it yours?
No.
Oh. Whose is
Although-
it?
It's soon to be my 30 plus 13.
Oh.
But it is Nintendo 64's 30th birthday.
Oh.
And in celebration, 8-Bit Do is making some Nintendo 64 styled peripherals.
Are they clear plastic?
They are
Yay. I want this back. Ooh. That's a keyboard.
a keyboard. They're making them to go along with. I guess there was a. I don't remember this as being a color of the N64, but apparently it was.
The blue?
Yeah, the like transparent blue.
I mean, I think it might have been. I remember Atomic Purple was always my favorite. I remember the Jungle Green one.
Yeah, there's like a transparent green one.
And I think there was like just a clear, like kind of white one or a black one or something.
And then they've also
I could
made
see blue.
some an actual like
Ooh,
controller,
fun.
which is great because it's like a Xbox controller, but in N64 colors, which is weird and different. So anyway, oh yeah, Wave Blue, that's what it's called.
Yeah, I mean, I know there were definitely more colors along, like later on too, because there's always the launch colors, and then
Right, and then they
more happened, and
right. I mean, as we've talked about, one of the disappointing things about the Switch 2, great console, but their
color
ability to
choices.
customize the colors is limited to like two little teeny little bands.
They
And
look
they're-
look pretty okay when they're like detached from the console because you have that great like that big band of color on the end.
Yeah.
But when they don't look different when they're attached.
Yeah.
It just
Disappointing.
not that we all have like the need or want to buy a bunch of extra controllers just because the color is different, but
But still.
still it's pretty bleh.
Uh,
Oh, that's right. They gave them names like watermelon and grape, smoke and fire. Yeah,
ooh.
yeah.
It's like the old IMAX. The like old space egg IMAX.
I liked the era of colored translucent plastic where you could see inside to see like the
Yeah.
little bits of tech.
Those were cool.
They were fun.
Speaking of cool things, the new Wolverine PS5 game, which we saw a bunch of trailers and stuff for it during the Summer Game Fest.
I mean, it's Insomniac's big new
Yeah,
thing.
and they're one of the things with the Spider-Man 2 game that Insomniac made was that it was very impressive in terms of accessibility options. They really went over the top or out of their way to add as much accessibility options as possible. And apparently, Wolverine will be even more accessible.
Oh, got any examples?
Yeah. So they're gonna add all sorts of different things. So both for like disability, accessibility, also sort of gameplay stuff. So like in the so they've got and then they've also got so they've got both stuff that it's like things that actually make the game easier, like so you can really tune the difficulty of the game.
Okay.
So you can set, enemy health, enemy damage, enemy stealth awareness, like how quickly they
Right. So
find
you can really modify like
and like how big the window for your input timing is.
that's always important.
Yeah. I like chase assist, which is toggle reduced movement speed for targets during chase sequences. Make sure your enemy is moving through molasses. No. Navigation assist shows a direction trail towards the nearest enemy or mission objective. And then you can actually just straight up slow down the global game speed. You can set the game to 100, 70, 50, or 30% speed, which seems like it might be tough to play the whole game like that, but in certain circumstances, I could see it being good. And then you can also do just the combat game. Just the combat speed is slow.
If you've ever played a game where you have to just stand there and wait for time to pass because you need a specific thing to happen, being able to speed that up is generally nice.
Yeah, well, this is slowing it down, which is not so good. Which wouldn't be good for that. But it's got, there's like sprint modes, so you can have like toggle and hold or different modes
Right,
for sprinting.
yeah, for sprinting.
So you don't have to hold the button down all the time. It's also got stuff where like you can toggles whether the touchpad will bring up menus during combat, so it'll stop wrong presses on that. You can have an option that allows you to skip puzzles in the game if you want to just bypass a puzzle or something.
I did that on when I did my New Game Plus playthrough of Spider-Man, because I was like, I already done these puzzles. No.
Replay cinematics if you want to, and then they've also got a bunch of stuff that's like actually for assistive for disability. So those are the actual like gameplay things, which can be helpful for people for all sorts of different reasons. And they also have things. They've got motion sensitivity stuff. So turning off motion blur. You can affect motion blur, film grain, chromatic aberration, depth of field, camera shake, camera follow, different types of center dots, which can help a lot of people who have motion sickness.
Motion sickness, yeah.
So you can have different size of dot, different color of center dot, different opacity of the center dot. And then they have all sorts of stuff with like text. You can set the text UI size, toggle whether icons are on the HUD or whether it's text. You can set the colors for the different things. Like that's for your special view modes. Like for that's something to parry, that's something to dodge. You can set what color it highlights it in.
Oh, okay.
So if you have
give you more of a visual indicator and stuff, yeah.
Whether it shows boss health and hero health. It can also do audio assisting stuff. So you can have voice boosts. Makes it so that people speak louder. You can have it screen read stuff for you. It can add audio cues for different things. Heartbeat audio and vibration for enemies. So I guess that helps you figure out where they are. Options for cutting off high and low frequencies or stopping certain frequency ranges of sound. I know the thing that often I've heard actually when I in stream, it doesn't bug me too much, but in streaming games, I see sometimes people in the that thing where in a cutscene or something happens and an explosion goes off right near your character, and they do that thing where it goes quiet except for a really high pitched
sound.
It's
because they're trying to mimic the the feeling of what would happen if you were there. But some of us don't want to live through that part of the experience.
Some people really don't like that.
Which is fair, honestly. Mm-hmm. Especially if they let it go on for too long.
They have high contrast options. You can do it can like highlight whether people are allies or NPCs, or whether things are story critical, or like it can highlight things and make it more obvious. Violence customization.
I just wanted less blood splattering.
Toggles the visibility of blood.
Oh, okay.
From impacts and stuff. You can toggle off dismemberment. Toggle off visceral healing.
Visceral healing?
Toggles the level of physical damage displayed on Logan's body during gameplay and cinematics.
Okay. Yeah, because like I really like the Spider-Man games, and I like Wolverine as well. I mean, the Wolverine I like is from the 80s cartoon, but I like Wolverine, and it sounded like they had like a number of interesting places he gets to go in the game as well.
And then all sorts of controller stuff, controller remapping all the controller keys, adaptive triggers, so you can set the amount of tension and force that are required to push the these are the triggers.
Oh yeah,
so you can set the amount of force. You can set how much vibrations, whether it uses the controller speaker, whether it does stuff. So basically anything that you could possibly want to change. So
that sounds great.
That seems very cool to me. The one thing, I hope, and usually they do that with this thing to sort of have, especially in terms of the sort of different gameplay modes or things to add to gameplay, having the sort of making it clear, I guess, what the sort of default, you have like the default mode, or like the mode that is, I guess, intended, as opposed to the things that are changed. Like there's a lot of these things where like I could see these just being, a lot of games might just have these as features of the game, like stuff like, navigation assist, where it like shows you the direction to the next guy and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of games just like have that in the game.
Now, yeah.
I feel like sometimes I find it useful to know, accessibility options are great to have in there, but it's useful to know like when they're on. Like, is the game intended to be played, or was it designed to be played with like a navigation assist thing, which would then have ramifications for like how they designed the levels and stuff. Or was it designed that you wouldn't need that, or they were trying to design it so you wouldn't need that, but if you do, it is there, you can turn on, which to me it's like a slightly different feel.
Yeah, I mean, I know. So there are a lot of games are designed with a HUD, right? So you have like a mini map, and you have all these other things, and those are always on by default.
Yeah.
I know there are people out there who turn the HUD off because the experience they want is more immersive. But if the game's not designed to be played that way, it probably. But I mean, it doesn't mean it can't be.
Right. No, not exactly. I don't know. The one I always, the one that I always think about is Sea of Stars, which has a bunch of accessibility options, or a bunch of things to add sort of accessibility improvements, but they sort of integrate them into the gameplay, and they give them to you. They're sort of because there's gems, or the, I don't know, something. There's sort of things that you can turn on, like you pick up items or pick up things that are like, they're like talismans that you wear or something that add different abilities. And some of those are, you like start with a bunch that are actually like accessibility things. So that's just how they integrate them into the thing. So like you can have, there's like one that makes all the dynamic elements easier to hit and stuff.
Sure.
Like all the timing things easier and different things. But it sort of becomes tricky when you're like, there's like one where it's like you take 50% damage. Like you take half damage for everything. And it's like, if that was an item that you like acquire in the game and someone was like, hey, you're playing this RPG, there's this item that gives you, that, you know, protects you from 50% of the damage, you'd be like, great, I should definitely wear that.
Mm-hmm.
But if that's like an accessibility thing and the game was not actually built with that in mind, that you would have that, then it feels a little different. And I have absolutely no problem with it being in the game, and I'm sure lots of people might like to have it, but I like to at least know what things are part of the sort of baseline and what things are part of accessibility options.
Mm-hmm. I guess like when it comes to the idea that, they designed the game to be this way, so here's like the default of what the game is. I'd have more faith in that if it didn't seem like a lot of games get patched to balance stuff better.
That's true. I mean, it's
in
like,
a weird way, they're letting you balance the game.
it's like I try to, but like I usually would play games on like, you know, normal mode.
Yeah, I mean,
Until,
most of the time,
unless I get to a point where I'm like, this is too tough, I'm going to drop it down. Or, or I'm going to drop it up or whatever. But like, you know, with the idea that like this is the sort of intended experience of the game.
Mm-hmm. I like to start stuff on normal mode. I like it when games let you swap between difficulties as you're playing dynamically.
Yeah, definitely.
I especially prefer games let you go back up in difficulty, because sometimes you get that game that's like, oh, you can dump the difficulty down partway through, but you can't put it back up. Right. And I find that irritating because sometimes you just hit like that one thing that you're terrible at.
Right.
And you don't need the difficulty to be lower throughout. But the other thing, and I think some games have gotten a little bit better at this, but the other thing I really need when given a difficulty setting, and I'm still probably going to still choose normal when I start out, is a description of what the differences mean. Right. Because normal is not a word that means anything in that context when you haven't played the game.
Yeah, usually, yeah. They often will do like, these days I find it's like often like, you know, normal, and they'll be like story mode or something, you know, people who want to experience the story and not whatever have so much combat or something like that.
Yeah, but sometimes I'll see stuff that's like, oh, on this mode, on the easier mode, we've made it so that you don't take as much health hits if you get hit, and the enemies have lower HP or stuff like that. I prefer more of a gradual thing with like a lot of options where you can turn stuff on and off, so that you can say, you know, I'm actually really good at combat, but I suck at puzzles, so I'm going to turn puzzles off. Or I'm bad at this thing, but I just want this thing.
Yeah.
I think works well, because then you're allowing the player to balance for what they want to play and what they can play.
Right. I think that's good. Yeah.
And I mean that even in the way of like, you want to play something that is just really hard. You want to do the Iron Man run of the whatever, of the thing, turn all the difficulty sliders up.
Yeah.
More choices, more better. Super glad they got a violence thing that I can turn down. Cause watching that same clip of Wolverine gutting that guy in the face over and over when they first revealed it, I was just like, okay, I know clearly this is the only clip you have, but could we move on to something different?
I mean, I'm assuming he's going to be still like doing all the stuff. It's just like,
it'll just be like less about it.
I just remember, you know, I think there's at least 2 Wolverine movies that are PG rated. Mm-hmm. Right, like there's a couple Wolverine movies that they tried to make PG, and of course the problem is that Wolverine fundamentally, his attack is stabbing people with big knives, attached to his hands. Like that's his move. And so when you're doing, when you're trying to make a PG movie, it means that basically he only pulls his claws out to like cut through like doors and things.
Vines.
And then he puts his claws away and punches people. Oops.
But yeah, I mean, I agree. He's got claws, and it's not like it's going to be no violence, but there's there's different levels you can have of violence, right?
You don't,
Like,
yeah, I mean, there's different amounts of sort of visceralness.
It's
that
why
they have to
in
do.
some shows you have people dying off camera, or you can see like sometimes what the mechanic is to do a close up on the person's face while they like
Yeah.
emote while they're clearly being like stabbed or something, because you can hear the noises or whatever.
Yeah, and I mean, there's certainly all sorts of ways that they can do it. And so, yeah, having those options, really, especially, I mean, you do end up like in some games, you end up with the games that have like blood and stuff in them. You end up with those stupid situations of like, having a totally reasonable, like you have like a cutscene, you go into like the cutscene in like an RPG or something, and your character just covered in blood from head to toe, and you're like, so how's it going?
Like, I have a hard time watching stuff on TV and I feel like a lot of stuff has gotten more into doing this, where it's like, oh, let's show you this person being cut open, or this surgery, or this thing, and we can put the camera on it because we're so much better at our effects, and we can really show that off. And I'm
And
like,
it's like,
cool.
get that real
you
visceral.
You didn't need to show me that thing. I already believed it was really creepy. So yeah, it made watching the Fallout TV series really hard, but that's why I watch it with Beach. And he tells me when I can look again.
I don't recommend watching The Boys TV show.
Okay.
I lost count of the number of times somebody was completely drenched from head to toe in somebody else's blood.
I don't know that I could do that.
That was like their like trademark move. It would happen like a couple
probably
of times
couldn't do
in every season.
Yeah. The nice thing is too, when
Invincible
I
I mean, animated, but still not good.
I can do animated a little bit more. The nice thing is too, when Beach tells me that when I can look again, if anything important actually happens during that scene, he tells me the important thing that's happening. So I don't lose out on anything.
Anyway,
Yeah.
speaking about not losing out on anything, and this is kind of relevant as for us as streamers. There's an interesting thing from Shinji Mikami, who's the creator of Resident Evil. And so there's a Japanese comedian named Ika Kano, and he also streams video games on his own YouTube channel. And he was streaming Resident Evil, and he actually got a chance to talk to interview Shinji Mikami, and he was saying, when I play Resident Evil, there are bits and pieces of the stories and puzzles that come up here and there, and I realized that I was giving it all away to my audience. And he's saying, I wonder how people feel about that, and obviously I have permission from Capcom, but I still wonder what the actual situation. So he got a chance to have a conversation, and Shinji Mikami goes, if viewers watching the game stream are satisfied just watching it through to the end, then the game must not be so good. Say if people are satisfied with just watching it, then maybe I haven't done my job in terms of gameplay.
Video games are an interactive medium.
Yeah, he's saying, it's our job to make games that people want to finish and people want to finish them with their own hands, even after watching somebody else beat them.
Yeah, because I mean, like, there's other reasons to watch streamers, right? You play a game, and then you want to watch somebody else play it for the first time, or you want to have some people to discuss it with. So, like, streaming is a great way to find that. I do think that watching a stream for a lot of games is different than playing.
Oh, certainly, yeah.
So in that sense, I kind of agree. It's like, yeah, maybe if people just watch it and they're like, well, I got everything I wanted out of it by just watching it, then maybe as a video game, it's not as good as it could be. It's not to say it's not good still.
Or at least it didn't, it didn't capture that particular person's imagination as a video game.
Because, you know, there's a bunch of games I probably don't really want to play regardless.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's,
it might be more fun to watch somebody else play.
I've certainly been in like both situations of, you know, watching a streamer and then stopping watching because I'm like, oh, I actually want to play this
I'd
game.
like to play this myself, so I can't be here now. Yeah.
And also watching a streamer playing a game and I'm like, this is great. Don't want to play this game, but this is an entertaining stream. So yeah, I think both things are, and you know, if you are watching one of our streams, both reactions are entirely valid, you know.
Oh yeah.
Saying that you are enjoying the stream, but are in fact enjoying it so much that you don't want to watch it anymore.
I did see
you want to play the game. That's totally cool. If you get a chance to tell, you know, the publishers or the developers or anybody that's the reason why you bought the game, that's always helpful.
I did see a comment on, I think, one of the Zen Codes VODs that said that they might have to take a break from watching Zen Codes because it was bad for their wallet.
Hear that? Game developers out there?
Yeah.
Send codes. Send codes.
Yeah, I feel like it can be difficult if you're hoping that many people are going to experience your thing, but you want them to experience it through the interaction, and then they're not.
Yeah. And you know,
gaming's not exactly what I would call the most accessible hobby anymore either.
Yeah, it's the other thing is, yeah. I think it's also though, like when companies try to hold it, you know, like stuff like Atlas does with, you know, you can play it, but don't play it past this part in the game or something like that. I feel like that's like ultimately futile as an object.
Yeah.
It's like, look, if people want to be like, it's not going to be a surprise at that point that there's something happening.
It's the like, because I've seen some, I think it might also have been Atlas, but I really want to blame Sega for it because it really felt like they started doing this after Sega took over.
That's fair. I want to blame Sega for things
Don't
too.
forget to mark your thing as having spoilers because you're doing a gameplay video. And I'm like, yeah, I think people will figure that part out. I don't think.
Now I like the idea of a gameplay video, like I guess a gameplay video without spoilers is if you just like stay on the face cam the whole time.
Yeah,
So it's just your reactions.
There were people who used to do. Maybe there's still people who do this. I know there were people who used to film themselves watching a video and not showing the video because that's the part that will get you hit with copyright.
Right. I mean, we did that once or twice for like Apple presentations and stuff that you couldn't rebroadcast.
Yeah.
We were like, okay, start your stream at the same time as us. Let's do it.
And I know I've definitely come across a couple of podcasts that occasionally they'll do essentially a commentary track where they're watching a video together and stuff. But like, I feel like that's harder to do with a gameplay thing, given that like if I choose to do completely different things than what you're doing.
I mean, that being said, I'm pretty sure we've done a couple. I mean, Ian did that one VR stream like that where he forgot to switch back.
I was away that week. That's right. He'd been on the green screen for like over a half hour or something. and he couldn't read chat, so he didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. We all happened to tune in too because we were all hanging out
Right.
at like getting food or something, and we were like, "Oh, hey, yeah, Ian should be on stream." And we turned it on. It was
Like,
just him
oh,
doing
he doesn't
whatever.
know.
I mean, like when we were playing VR games, I would often, if he looked kind of like he was doing something silly, I would often turn off the game and just the green screen behind him for a couple of minutes before turning it back on, because someone might want to do something with it.
Yeah. If you're going to VR stream, do it with a co-host to watch your back.
A co-host who's going to pay attention to your arm movements, because you will probably get hit if you don't.
Yeah, I was going to say, a co-host to either watch your back or at least, cut to different shots so it's entertaining.
Mm-hmm. It might have been Beat Saber. It's pretty likely.
Anyway, I think those were the main stories I wanted to talk about.
You've been playing anything recently?
Like I said, I've been playing this game called Shapes with a Z 2. It's sort of a distilling the sort of factory optimization thing down to like, it's like you're making shape, like it's like this is like a circle with a square, and it's like it's and there's no resources, it's just build cool stuff and combine things together and stuff. So it's a lot of fun. But as we were talking about Steam sale and various other sales that are going on right now, I've got some pretty compelling things coming out. So I'm going to have to take a look and maybe, because I've been missing, I haven't had anything good to play on my Switch for a while. So I don't know. I'm tempted by I know, it's not even on sale, but Mina the Hollower is only like $20 or something.
Yeah.
It's like $25. And I'm very tempted by that. I've heard it's, I like Yacht.
I like that they're not doing Shovel Knight. I don't have anything against Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
It's just that was all they were doing.
Yeah.
So that is one I want to check out a little bit deeper. The demo didn't really, that came out back in October. I think it was October. There was a demo at one point, and that didn't really gel with me, but I kind of still want to try it again.
Speaking of which, the demo that I played not too long ago now that I really enjoyed was the, what's his name? It's the RPG that's like Edward,
The Adventures of Elliot.
Elliot, The Adventures of Elliot. I quite enjoyed the demo of that.
I liked the demo of that too.
And I think it's actually out now.
Yeah, it should be. It should have come out a few days ago.
So I am very tempted by that because that had some real fun vibes to it.
Yeah, I'm probably going to pick that one up. For now at least, until maybe we get over flooded with it, I'm a fan of the 2D HD style thing. I like the 2D sprites, and I like that the HD gives them kind of a diorama look.
Yeah. I will say, yeah. I've talked about this before, but Mina the Hollower looks cool. Yacht Club going, really pushing that Nintendo aesthetic. It's not even just pixel. It's
no, I think they were going for Game Boy Color.
It's actually game. Yeah, it's so it's not only just pixel art, but it's actually low numbers of colors and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm I don't know. I kind of bugs me. I'm sure the gameplay is really great and stuff, and it looks really nice for what it is. But it's come on, you can use more colors, guys. You have them. I know it's a design aesthetic that you like, but still, anyway.
If they keep going, eventually maybe they'll do a Nintendo 64 aesthetic.
Yeah. They'll move up from 200 by 300 pixels to 640 by 480 pixels.
If I remember right, I think Mina the Hollower was meant to be a smaller project that was not meant to take as long as it did. But then,
Go ask Team Cherry how that worked out.
lockdown and whatnot.
Speaking of which, there's always that. There's always the Silk Song, which I haven't dived into yet.
I'm waiting on the DLC of that.
I mean, that makes sense to get in there.
But
Anyway, lots of cool stuff, cool games. But I think that's all that we had to talk about this week on ChillPoint. If you haven't seen this week's episode of Checkpoint, you should check it out. It's up on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/LRRVG. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's probably somewhere near this video in like the recommended thing, if the algorithm is working properly.
if you subscribe to the channel, it could be in your subs
It's true.
tab.
That would make it really easy to find. You should subscribe.
You don't even have to push a bell or anything. You could just go to your sub tab.
Yeah.
That's how I like to use YouTube. I don't want actual notifications, but I just want a little place I can go to find out what happened.
Yeah. And then, yeah, thank you for supporting us.
Maybe let us know what you're finding in the Steam sales right now.
It's true. How is the Steam summer sale treating you? Because, as you were saying, like, I got an email that was like, this game and 17 other games are on sale. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
doodle.
I gotta go through my list because I think one of those games isn't something I want to buy anymore, but I do want to buy for a couple of my friends because I want them to play it.
One of those
And a
ones.
sale is always a really nice chance to like gift people with stuff.
But also, of course, you can support us over on Patreon, patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. Check out our store.loadingreadyrun.com. There's a whole bunch of new stuff on there. If you haven't looked there recently, there's some new t-shirts, some what we're calling Vault t-shirts, which are shirts, limited run t-shirts that we're doing. Thank you.
Thank you for the raid, Surge.
Yeah, thank you for rating us just as we're about to go offline.
Well, we'll tell you some other stuff before we do that. Hang around.
But hello, Brew Crew. And you can actually, Brew Crew in particular, there's some new playmats up there, including a revised new JoJo playmat that has Surge and has all the Magic players on it. The previous one
I think
didn't
they're
have Surge on
referred
it.
to as the Brew Crew because of coffee reasons, not for brewing deck reasons. But I'm sure many of them are
Well, no,
also into Magic.
Yeah, and even if they're not, maybe they want a playmat with Surge's cool face on it.
We should make bandanas. I use bandanas for several things. We should make those.
Cool. But anyway, thanks everybody for watching, and we will talk to all y'all later.
Bye.